Hey, how are you? Oh my God. The picture that you see is the thumbnail. That's me right now. Hey, I'm Lorraine. Thanks so much for being here on my Everyday Introvert channel for tarot and learning tarot, getting tarot messages. And today is the full moon. And holy moly, leading up to the full moon has been crazy. How's your life been? Yeah, if you don't know, and I'm just going to briefly, quickly go into it, is beautiful little tarot pup jumped off the bed like he did a gazillion times before. Happened to be a blanket there, I think. I don't know. I didn't see it happen. He slipped and he broke his leg again. Same leg. So there's a lot of Mercury retrograde energy happening. That was big time. So anyways, he is home now from surgery. I brought him home yesterday. He is healing with his little cone of shame on right now, but luckily I don't have to have him in his kennel or the cage that I have for him because he's being a good boy laying in front of the fireplace. So hi, Jackie. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the well wishes that you've been sending. Really, really appreciate it. And hey, I do have a GoFundMe page. If anyone's interested in that, you can ask in the comment for the links. But if not, how you can help is I'm trying to monetize this channel and I'm trying to get my watch hours up. And what it would be is monetizing it, it would be that there'd be ads that I'd actually start seeing a little bit of revenue from. But I also want to get to the point where I can have like a Patreon where it can be low cost for you to join a membership and get private readings and things like that. So Sunflowers, Moon Power. I love that name. Hi, good to see you. So enough about that. Let's get into this crazy full moon. At least it's been crazy on my end. I don't know what it's been like for you, but so I'm standing here just so I have a little more energy. So sorry about the view. So I'm going to do this Zodiac sign by sign. So if you know your sun sign, if you know your moon sign, or even your rising sign, and I'm thinking especially the moon sign because that's a, full moon. Hi. And I'm going to go from A to P. So from Aries all the way to Pisces. And I'm doing it that way because I kind of have it memorized in my head, which one's which. So, hey, how you doing? Goldfish. So I'm doing it from Aries to Pisces because in that order, I'll remember it. So if you happen to be watching this as the replay, I'm going to, when it's done and I'm able to go back in and change the description, I will put timestamps for each of the signs. Okay, so bear with me. I was mentioning before, another way you can help instead of donating by watching the videos I'm trying to get monetized, how you can help is engage in the comments, watch my videos all the way through to the end. So even the videos on my channel, subscribing is fantastic. So thank you. Oh, Jackie, you're a Capricorn sun and a Taurus moon. Yeah, I just missed being a Taurus moon. I didn't exactly know what my time of birth was. I can't ask my mom, and my dad doesn't really know because back then, they weren't really in the hospital room. But I did some energy testing or muscle testing, as people say, and I always come back to the same time. So my moon is Aries, so just on the cusp of that, and my rising is also Sag. I'm very much Sagittarius. I'm doing pretty good. It's so funny. As soon as I hit live, I just have energy, and then when it ends, I'll probably just kind of. But I'm doing okay. I have to say that my place looks like a bar at closing time. I've got chairs up on the sofa, so it stops Tarot Pup from jumping up. Like yesterday, we get home. He instantly goes to jump up on his favorite chair. And I'm like, the jumping up is one thing, but then the jumping down, because he's got this big, long cast on. And I'm telling you, I'm going to age like 50 years by the time he's all healed. But I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, sleep is a little fitful because I wake up every time I hear him. Oh, you're Sag rising too. Ah, no wonder we connect. Sunflowers, Cancer sun, Sag moon. Cool. Not sure if my rising is. I don't know my time of birth either. Well, if you know what your moon is, right? If you know what your moon is, you're right. Like, I would do a little muscle testing or energy testing or pendulum to see what it is, because I find, now maybe this is just for me specifically, I find that when I watch readings for Sag rising, like they make so much sense. Sometimes, at least before, almost more than Scorpio as my sun sign. So it's pretty cool. You can also use those, like I think astro.com is one site you can go to where if you just put in 12 o'clock, it will kind of give you something. But let's get started here, okay? I'm going to pull from 3 decks. It's not just tarot. I'm going to, obviously, you know, we're full moon time. So I'm going to pull from the Moonology Manifestation, and I'm going to pull from this Energy Oracle card. And then I'm going to pull some tarot from the good old standard Rider-Waite deck. All right. And so let's get started. We're going to do Aries. So if you have your sun, moon, or rising sign is Aries, let's see, and what time is it? We're 6.5 minutes in, okay? So too many cards. So this is for Aries. Let me calm my energy down. Let me ground. So for Aries, you get the full moon. Come on now, let's be clear. Full moon in Gemini. Embrace the flow of life. So for you, for Aries, it feels like maybe things have been a bit scattered and you might have been fully focused on one thing over another. I can totally relate to that. That's my moon sign, right? Like it's just been all Elliot all the time. So this feels like you just need to embrace whatever is needing the most attention right now, instead of going, oh, I should be doing this. I should. Don't should all over yourself. Be in flow with what you need right now and just trust that this is the way you're meant to go. Okay. And if you can find some moderation and go, okay, what little other thing can I do so I'm not worried about that thing that's taken the back seat that really shouldn't be in the back seat? Okay, that's something that I'm picking up for you. And let's pull some tarot around that. Okay, so this is, so you have the 5 of Swords. This could be just what I was talking about. To me, it's confirmation that you've been maybe focused on, while you're focused on one thing, you're actually thinking over here going, I should be doing that. But you're doing something, but not thinking about what you're doing. So this to me is saying to focus. Maybe if I have it further back, it will focus. This is saying to really focus on thinking about what you're doing while you're doing it. It's going to help you be more efficient with it. It's going to help you put the energy into it, mental, emotional, physical, like action into it, instead of kind of being all over the map. All right. That's embracing the flow of life. And you also got the sun. It came popping out. It came popping out upside down. And what I'm picking up from this is maybe you're holding back on being happy because it's conditional. You're making happiness conditional. I'm not pointing fingers. You possibly might be doing that without realizing you're doing it. And what I mean by that is, when this happens or when I get this, then I'm going to be happy, instead of just finding anything to be happy about. Okay. Make it lighter, make things lighter in your life, even in the heavy things. Like me, for example, holy crap, my dog broke his leg again. And it was even more traumatizing for me. Like he seems to be fine. Like his yelping and that post-traumatic stress, like it was like 10 times worse than the first time. But that was then. This is, this is now. It's like I'm not trying not to think back on that. And I'm just trying to focus on, he's comfortable. Everything's working out. So that's what I suggest for you, Aries. Okay. And I want to pull one more because you know me, I like threes. Threes are my number. Let's pull one more. Oh, ascending universal butterfly. Hello. Nice to see you here. So I'm pulling for all of the signs. I'm still on Aries. You know me, I get yapping and well, whatever. So here's the last one for Aries. It's the Four of Swords. Now look at that. You've got the Five of Swords, the Sun, and the Four of Swords. So when you focus more intentionally on the thoughts, on the beliefs that you want to continue and grow and create, that's going to bring more calm and more balance into your mental awareness and your mental energy. And I'm noticing now that as I said that, my whole energy just kind of calmed down. Because like I said, Aries is my moon sign. And this is really the key to overcoming any of that erratic frustration, energy that just feels like it's tinfoil wrapped in a tinfoil ball. Everything's just like, you want to smooth things out a little bit. Start focusing your mind on one thing, because we can't multitask. I mean, sure, we can chew gum and walk and talk, like that's multitasking. But I'm thinking more of when you're doing something, you should be thinking and focused on what you're doing instead of your mind starting to wander. And hey, it happens to me, not just in meditation, but just in doing something and I'm supposed to be focused and then my mind starts, and then it's like, oh, come on back. Let's get back into place here. And it's a constant dance and bringing things back. And that's part of it. It's don't be judgmental to yourself that, oh, my mind keeps wandering. Okay, it does. Bring it back. Focus on bringing it back instead of my mind keeps wandering and that judgment of it, right? That's just feeding that chaotic energy. All right. Okay, so hello. Oops. Hello. Thanks for being here. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so that was for Aries. Let me pop these cards back in the deck because the next sign that we're going to work on for your sun, moon, oh, wait a minute. I forgot to pull an energy card. Let's end with an energy card for Aries, sun, moon, and rising. You know what? And I also want to say that if any of these messages are resonating with you, like, oh my gosh, I needed to hear that. Oh, but it's not my sign. Don't worry about it. Clearly, it's a message you needed to hear. I'm just doing them in this order because, sometimes it's kind of fun to change things up. So, energy message for Aries, sun, moon, rising. Door to romance. Ooh, I love that it's number 33. I'm feeling like the message that I just gave to you, Aries, is when you get all of that into alignment and you're solely focused where you are and what you're doing, that is going to connect you magnetically and energetically with what you love, who you love. I know it says romance, but I'm always one to shift. It doesn't always have to be about romance in the traditional way. So this to me is just a sign for you to really trust that there is always an opportunity. Now, it might be difficult to see, but it is a bird cage with a heart with a lock in, with a keyhole in it. So it's saying, do you have the will and the tools to unlock the cage so you can let your heart be free? That's the message I get from that. This one's a marked card. It got bent somehow. Ooh. I'm a perfectionist with my cards. All right, let's move on to Taurus. So this is for Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. And we're going to pull from the Moonology first. Let's see. Yes, happy full moon. Yes. And the energies have been so intense and draining a lot of people. Yes, very, very. I do too. Yeah. I find, because the full moon is like lots, like it's illuminating and reflecting the sun's light. So there's a lot of energy, whereas the new moon can kind of feel like, reining our thoughts back in without judgment. Yep. Is that your big takeaway? I love it. All right. So Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. What is the Moonology manifestation message? Oh, cool. Full moon in Taurus. We're talking Taurus. And it's saying to detoxify. All right. So that is an invitation to detoxify on all levels. The thoughts you're thinking, the beliefs you have, the food you're eating, the people you're hanging around with, the activities. What can you stop doing so it detoxifies your energy on a whole level? All right, let's pull some tarot with that. Too many cards. Come on now. All right, 4 cards come up. So we have Page of Swords, the Chariot, the Hermit, and the 6 of Wands. Wow, we got a lot of variety here. 2 major arcana, though. I feel like need to bring this. I feel like this is the biggest message here. They're kind of opposites, right? We've got that, you're standing by yourself. You're giving yourself time to rest and relax. And this one's like, okay, it's time to go. It's time to move out of your comfort zone, away from home, make a decision, and you'll start moving forward. So this could be twofold. This message is definitely gather your energy. You see, the sun is in the lantern. So the sun card, it's in the lantern. So this is saying gather your energy. But for some of you, it might be maybe you're controlling your energy too much or controlling your happiness. Maybe there's people around you, and I'm drawn to the Page of Swords where you want to feel inspired and you want to inspire others, but maybe there's someone in your family circle, friend circle that's going through a tough time. And for you, it doesn't feel appropriate to be all like, right? So it's finding that balance in how you show up in your thoughts, in your actions, because we also have this 6 of Wands, which is saying, celebrate, toot your own horn. But we see, and it might be hard because it's blurry, there's this one character here in the background who's kind of has a stink face and kind of looking up at the person on the horse. So not everyone is going to celebrate you. Not everyone is going to want to celebrate. And don't let that taint everything. That's a little portion of it. And to me, if anything, that's about balance, right? That's about the balance. That's about the light and the dark. That's about the left and the right. And give yourself grace. And it's the way life is. We could be going along thinking everything is wonderful. And then your dog jumps off the bed like he does 1,000 times. But this time he decides to break his leg. And holy mackerel, this has totally changed how I thought my life would go, how I thought my day would go. Saturday morning, I'm like, I wonder what we'll do today. And then, okay, that's what we're going to do for the next 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever. Got lots of messages here, guys, gals, people, reining our thoughts back in. Okay, I already did that one, didn't I? Be gentle, compassionate. Yes. Wonderful, bright images. Love that deck. Yeah, it's a nice deck. I don't know which one you were referring to now. The Moonology one, maybe. Yeah, right. Hi, Teza. Oh, thanks for asking. He's healing. He's doing good. He's laying by the fireplace watching me do the live. And yeah, it's going to be, the challenge is going to be getting him to not jump around and want to play. So he's got to stay quiet. So that's our challenge. Purging, detoxifying in all areas, including emotions. Thank you. Yes, you're reiterating all of it, and I love it. Thank you. Because when I channel, I don't always remember the message after. So if that's you too, and you're like, how come I don't remember? I have a bad memory. Cancel, clear, delete. We don't want to say these things. So I've shifted it to say I'm channeling. And when it's gone, because I'm leaving more room in my head for spiky hair. All right, let's pull an energy card. This is going to take forever if I oh my gosh. I know you can't see this, but there is a little hawk sitting on a light standard outside. It's broad daylight. It's kind of overcast and rainy here, but wow, it's interesting. You don't often just see a hawk sitting on a light standard. You see the crows. I don't know what kind of hawk it is. It's small. It's not, it might be like a harrier hawk or whatever they're called. There's a message there. Just give me a second. He's really taking time to sit. Normally they are flying like eagles do, and they're flying and they're looking down, but the conditions aren't right for him right now. So he's sitting and he's contemplating his next move. I love it. What a cool message. All right, let's do an energy message for Taurus. Blossoming abundance. I love this. Ooh, and it's number 3. I'm keeping an eye on that hawk to see how long he sits there. I'm drawn to this beautiful daisy here, where it's kind of on its own. And that reminds me of the 6 of Wands, where it's just you are the one in the parade and everyone is celebrating you. And, you know, if you're introverted like me, maybe that's why you're watching my channel, is that's not all, doesn't always seem like it would be comfortable. But when you are in your own comfort zone, which is taking your energy with you in a way that feels right, no matter where you are, this to me is just showing you it's okay to bloom and be yourself. And when you do that, you're just solidifying, you're putting your roots even further into the earth so that you can really step into your power and step into your growth. All right. There you go. Let's pull some cards now for Gemini. Gemini's next. I'm so impressed with myself that I've managed to memorize the Zodiac in order. I never thought I would. I don't know which sign's which. I used to miss some of them, and hey, it happens. It happens. All right, so this is now for Gemini. Let's do a Moonology card. This is for Sun, Moon, or Rising, and it's new moon in Leo, and it says shine. This is definitely allowing yourself, no matter where you are now, drop what you're doing and be grateful for everything in your life right now, even the shitstorm. Be grateful because you know there's something coming from it. You know it's going to show you where your strengths are. It's going to show you and prove to you and those who are witnessing it happen that you know what you're doing. You know your stuff, and it's okay to be who you are. All right, let's pull some tarot for that. Any Geminis in here? If you're watching as the replay later, you can definitely comment as well, because I don't think the comments that are happening live right now show up. So that's another reason I like to pop them on the screen. And a little update on our little hawk. He is still there. Oh, he's so cute. He's a little, you know, he's pretty close, but I don't have a lot of detail. It's just that because it's raining, his feathers are out a little bit. He's not all tucked in like normally they would be. His little tail's fanned. So cute. I love birds. Sometimes Mojo looks like a little hawk. His little head has a little hawk shape to it, the way his feathers are. Okay, on to Gemini. Gemini. Oh, first of all, oh, I did it again. Sorry, I didn't pull an energy card. Did I? I did. Lorraine, I gotta take a break. I haven't had this much energy since last live. My energy's a bit scattered. I don't know if you've noticed. Elliot's watching me. He's so cute. All right. Here we go. I'm lost now. I know I was doing Gemini. And I think I did the moon card. I think I did. I don't even know anymore. Someone help me out. Did I only do the moon? Did I do? This is terrible. I am so sorry. The hawk's distracting me. I'm going to blame the hawk. Blossoming abundance, being celebrated, being grounded, stepping into one's power. I love that. Did I pull tarot for Gemini? I don't think I did. Someone let me know. This is terrible. I shouldn't be live right now. Everyone's like, I don't know. I was half listening because I'm waiting for my sign to be done. I know I was like the 6 of Wands and stuff. Was that Gemini? No tarot for Gemini. Thank you, Teza. Oh my gosh. This is really embarrassing, but oh well. I did call this full moon crazy. Here we go. Full moon crazy for Gemini. Oh, wow. I was just talking about this. Pulled it for the other sign and it's come up again. Am I psychic? Oh, there goes the hawk. He's flying it up in another standard. Oh, he must be looking for some fast food. Like, who knows what? Little birds or rodents. Oh, I don't like that part of it. Circle of life. Circle of life. So for Gemini, this 6 of Wands is definitely give yourself the time to reflect on what you've accomplished. Okay. Full moon energy is definitely the accumulation of what you've done for this whole moon cycle from the new moon till now. So this is the perfect time to be thankful for what you've accomplished. Now, something to be aware of, and I will pull a couple of other cards, but something to be aware of is don't be judging that, oh, I didn't do that or I didn't finish that. Like, you want to definitely focus on what you feel good about, what actions you've taken that you feel good about. That's your focus, because it's so friggin' easy to be, judgmental of ourselves, beat ourselves up. Why is it so easy to do that? And it's so hard to be like, I'm really good at this and I did this and I'm really good at that, right? But that's what you need to do. That's so, so important. Oh, Tessa has something about a hawk. When a hawk visits, it's often interpreted as a spiritual messenger of vision, clarity, and awareness, urging you to gain a broader perspective and focus on your goals. Well, I love that, Tessa. Thank you for sharing. I was definitely aware of him. So perfect. That's got to be a message for a lot of people who need to hear it. Okay, what else for Gemini? Ooh, Ace of Cups. It feels like when you really do focus on the things that you like that you have accomplished, you're really going to fill your own cup. You're going to really feel good about yourself, so much so that you're going to be able to share that energy with other people without draining your own, because this is an ever-filling cup. It's always filling up. And it can only fill up if you start using those resources, using that energy of self-love and self-care. That's making room for more good stuff to flow in. Okay, one more. Queen of Cups. Look at that. And she's standing out. She's got a different cup here. This cup has a lid on it. So what's coming up as well, because it's always nice to have positive, but I'm also seeing that holding a lid on your heart a little bit, not maybe sharing it. And maybe there's reasons for it. This is not a judgment. This is just a message and an awareness, because sometimes it's hard to have that focus on the things you've accomplished and stuff. And you kind of hold back a little bit. But the Queen of Cups is also saying, you know, when you focus on what lights you up and what brings that beautiful love into your life and makes your heart grow 10 times, you really come into understanding yourself and understanding your intuition. So you know when you can be in places where you need to be a little more aware of your energy and not spread it too much out there, because maybe it'll feel like the energy will drain. You know, they talk about energy vampires and stuff. But we can willingly control, you know, bubble our energy around us. Okay. So there you go. And I don't know, I don't know if I pulled an energy card, because I've been trying to do them in order so I remember. Oh. I'll have that. Keep shining, be grateful for everything in your life, be authentic. Hi, Eileen. Yay. Hi, good to see you. And Tarot Pup is here. He's just lazing in front of the fire. Thank goodness. I've not done, didn't I do the moon card either? Okay. I guess I got started and then I went rambling off. I'll do it. Thank you. Thank you. The moon's my excuse. Blame it on the moon. Reflect on what you've accomplished. The perfect time to be grateful. Do not judge yourself. Focus only on talking about your positivity. Yes. Who said that anyways? That's kind of wise words. All right. I'm going to pull from the energy and then I'll do a moon for the Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. Hey, this one came up earlier. Door to romance. Self-care, self-love. But if you are also wanting to connect with someone, or maybe there's been some romance stuff going on, this is saying the key to unlock that is self-love first. That's what I'm picking up from that. Oh, Elliot, this fireplace is on and it's starting to make me get really warm. All right. Moonology card for Gemini. Go ahead. You guys are keeping track for me because I don't know. I'm scattered. Full moon in Libra. Find balance. Sometimes when there's such extremes in what you can do or what the energy is, you've got to take that middle road. All right. Just take the quickest way. Like think of like Google Maps where it asks you the most fuel efficient way to go. Like that is the quickest way to get where you want to go. It's like the hawk that I've been seeing. You know, they take, you know, the birds take the quickest route. They don't like, you know, meander around unless they're looking for something, unless they're shopping for food. So that's the message for Gemini. Let's clear this energy, shall we? I recommend you do clear the energy in your home, in your space. You can smudge, you can use incense, you can use sound, like ringing a singing bowl or a bell. And then you might be going, Lorraine, I don't have any of that stuff. Well, you got these things. You can snap your fingers and say you're clearing the energy. You can clap your hands with the intention. You're clearing out all the mucky stuff. You could even open a door or a window and symbolically let it leave. And then I recommend beaming energy into your space once you've done that to bring in all the good. You could also ring a bell as well to do something like that. It's a great way to clear the energy. Okay. All right. We are on to the sign of Cancer. I really wish there was a different name for that sign, to be honest with you. Like, why is it called that? It's not my favorite word. Personal experience with it. Not me, but family. All right. For the sign, the sun or moon or rising sign of Cancer. And I think that's why you put can on there, right? Jackie, was it Jackie? Can't remember, somewhere up there. Here we go. Crabs. All right. A few of them came up. I'm pulling the top card. New moon in Aquarius. open up to change. And then it's interesting. It's new moon versus what the opposite of what it is now, full moon. And it might feel like you need to find the courage to bring that change. And it's not so much the courage to take the action. It feels more like the courage to tell others what you're doing, or the courage to stay consistent with it. Now, my rule for consistency doesn't mean every day at this day or else. Consistency means just remembering to do it. You miss a day, that's fine. Like, be more consistent toward the changes that you definitely want to make. Okay. Sorry, I'm just distracted by blobs of things on top of trees. I think they're more birds. So that's what I pick up for that, Cancer. Now let's pull some tarot to go along with that. Okay. We've got the Four of Pentacles. So the change has to do with in your physical world somewhere. Maybe it's to do with work. Maybe it's to do with your home, finances. And it might feel like you're trying to bring in some stability, some groundedness. And for those of you who say you already have that, it could mean that it might be too grounded. So you have to kind of let loose a little bit, let go a little bit, so it's not so rigid and structured. Okay, give me a second. I just have to grab a Kleenex. All right. And you also have the Fool. Oh, perfect time for change. So really trust in that energy. Trust in the energy that you might not always know how it's going to look. I mean, you can plan, but don't plan the crap out of something, right? Plan enough to say, okay, I'm going to take these first few steps. Or maybe it's like, I don't know. I just know what the outcome I want is. Let's just see what happens. And I'll pull one more. And then we have the Hanged Man. And I feel like this might be something that's caused people to stop whatever they've been doing to change, because it's like there doesn't seem to be a change. There's no result in the things that you've been doing. It feels like nothing's happening. But that's part of it. He's here, and the only time he can get enlightenment is by staying still, by changing his perspective, by doing something that might feel a little uncomfortable. I mean, how comfortable is it to hang upside down and all the blood rush to your head, right? But this to me is a sign to say that sometimes your hands are tied, but you are willingly there, not struggling or pushing against things, to just trust that it's happening in the cycle it's meant to happen. All right. Let's pull an energy oracle for you. And this is for the sun, moon, or rising sign of Cancer. Door to personal healing and happiness. I love it. And there is a dove in there. And this really feels like it's speaking to that change. You might not know how. How is not the question to ask. How to change. Maybe it's more what to change. Or maybe it's why. Why do you want to make the change? Because when you know what your purpose is, or the purpose of doing it, then you're going to start to be enlightened about what you need to do to get there. Okay. All right. That was the sign of Cancer. Look at me. I'm keeping track. All right. Clearing the energy now. And we're moving on to the sun, moon, and rising sign of Leo. So here we go. My Leos. Any Leos in the crowd? New moon in Leo. Didn't we just have that literally just a second ago? I shuffled. So perfect. This is your time. Now, usually, it's this time of year, it's November. You're like, not my optimum time, not my optimum energy, maybe. But there's going to be something that's going to come through in the next few days that's going to inspire you a little bit more. Okay. Inspire you. Yeah. Yay. I did. I mean, it was so long ago, right? 2 signs ago. Thanks for the reminder. And I love this for you, Leo, because it's just saying, just be you. Just be you. And there might be some opportunities where you're like having to decide to do something a little different. And then just that sign is to just be you. You'll know what to do when that moment arises. And let's pull some tarot. First one up is the 4 of Cups. Maybe it feels like the energy is just a little meh right now. But when you focus on that mehness, when you focus on the blahs and you focus on things are kind of boring, you're missing the opportunities that are meant to come for you, that are meant to be there for you. And sometimes the energy is just whatever. And we can't always be excited and happy and adventurous. At some point, we just need to mellow our energy out a little bit. Maybe for Leo, that's a little harder to do, but this is just that reminder to allow your perspective to shift a little bit. Let's pull another one. Yeah, Tower. Oh my gosh, this one's been coming up a lot. I mean, in many different ways, but let me think about it, because I kind of went to my own personal stuff. So let me get that out of the way. So you have new moon in Leo. You've got focus and trust that you'll know what to do, because life has tower moments. They're not always big and dramatic either. They could be little, and they can remain a little if you don't put so much energy into the changes. Don't resist the change. Ask for help. I'm picking up from that. Let's pull one more. Now you got the 5 of Cups. So again, it's what you're focused on. It's okay to grieve those changes that happen. Tarot pop. Oh, he's gonna have another scar on his leg, and I'm gonna totally change it. He can't sleep in bed with me anymore. That makes me really sad, unless I make changes. And the bed, it has to be the way it is right now. But am I gonna sit? If I sit and focus on that, all I'm focusing on is what's gone, instead of what possibilities will it bring. It's definitely shifting up the energy, right? So I feel that as well for you, Leo. Definitely shifting up the energy. And let's pull speaking of energy, let's pull an energy card for you. Oh, well, welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Appreciate you. Yes. Well, and we are doing all the signs. So I'm doing that. We'll see what time we have left. I've already been 45 minutes. Oh my gosh, I'm still on Leo. All right. This is an energy card for Leo. Ooh, wow. Okay. If you've been here since the beginning, this is the 3rd time this card has come up. Maybe because it's bent. I don't know. Door to romance. 33. You know what? All right. I'm listening. I'm going to look at the book, but what I initially get from this is that things do shift and change. We have to trust and allow that. Maybe, especially for Leo and all the other cards I pulled, which I've already put back in the deck, but I'm remembering that being a little despondent, being a little, having the blahs or focusing on what's gone and feeling sad, and it's okay to feel sad. And there was a Tower in there too, which is saying that big changes are coming. But this is really showing you that there is better things to come, but you have to be willing to take the first step. So let's see, 33. You're meant to read the book when you come really close, or you open it directly, which happens, but this one I had to backtrack a little bit. And it's saying new beginnings in love. Doesn't have to be romantic love with someone else. This could be self-love. It could be loving whatever you're doing, whether you're looking for a new relationship or just more love in the relationship you're in. This door with the heart opens into a new beginning. Okay, and I'm going to randomly pull something. Oh, here's an affirmation. Let's just read this. As I open the door to my own self-love, I attract more and more loving tenderness to me. There you go. I love it. Love it, love it. All right, that was for Leo. And now we're going to move on to Virgo. So if you have Virgo in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, or Venus, or wherever in your chart where it places strongly, this message is for you. Let's pull from the Moonology deck first. Do not resist change. Ask for help. Let go of what no longer serves you. And it's okay to feel the emotions, new adventures. Yes. And yeah, remind me to pull a card for you at the end, because you're definitely, you deserve it. You're in the comments a lot. And those of you who are in the comments a lot, let me know and I will pull a card for you as well. Okay. For the sign of Virgo, we have two that popped out. We've got last quarter moon in Aquarius, which is about reflecting on your priorities. And I love that because this full moon energy is about what's accumulated this past moon cycle. See where you've accomplished things and also see where you didn't, because that's where you can decide, I didn't do that. Did I not do it because it wasn't important, or because I wasn't prioritizing it enough to bring it to fruition? Something to think about. And the other one is last quarter moon. Wow, 2 last quarter moons in Gemini. Clear your mind. And I feel like it's just what I've just finished saying. Brain dump onto your journal page or something of what you've accomplished, what you had hoped to accomplish, but didn't, and then see where you need to maybe prioritize things a little bit. Let's pull some tarot to go with that. My neighbor had a fall, just waiting. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, go take care of her. Oh my goodness. That's not good. Thank you for being there for your neighbor. Oh my goodness. All right. Back to Virgo. Strength. Having the strength, based on the other cards, having the strength to allow yourself to celebrate what you've done and not focus so fully on what you didn't do. You're going to gain more energy by focusing on what worked. If you focus on what went wrong or what you didn't get done, that kind of lowers your energy. I mean, it's good to have that awareness, but let the scales balance or go in favor of what you've done and what makes you feel good. Look at all the yellow in this card. Yellow is happy, sunny, positive. Yellow is the solar plexus chakra, which is about your self-identity, your ego in a healthy ego way. 2 more. Judgment. Look at all these major arcana. Judgment is like, think outside the box and trust that you're ready to ascend the energy to the next stage and the next level. And then the last one for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, we have the Ace of Pentacles. And look at that. It's like a big full moon right there. This is allowing you to, all of the inventory you're doing, thinking of what you've done, what you wanted to do but didn't, what you're going to prioritize, that's going to give you the energy and the strength to really know and trust what you're building, what you're bringing to your life, to this next month. All right, there you go. I will pull an energy card now. Ooh, very good. Different card this time. Ooh, 23. All tied up. This has the Eight of Swords energy to me, where we're allowing our thoughts to take control over our situation. Sometimes that's a good thing, but other times we kind of trip ourselves up. So when we are in a state of feeling stuck and not able to do something, or helpless because things are out of your control, and that's pretty much life, is always out of our control. Control's an illusion, but we can control how we feel, because we can change what we're thinking about. That helps us focus and be happier. I mean, if we focus on all the sadness that's going on, and I don't know, like Elliot's an Iggy. He's an Italian greyhound called Iggy. And on Instagram and a lot of places, there's Tika, the Iggy. I don't know if you've heard of her, Tika. She's pretty famous. She's got over 1 million followers, and she just passed away a few days ago. And it's pretty sad. I'm pretty sad about it. And I don't know why I brought that up. Oh, another thing to see and focus on all the crap that's going on with that and Elliot, but at the same time, I'm still finding ways to be grateful. And I'm really glad I came on this live today, because I haven't had the energy to sit down and do videos. And in videos, you've got to edit and put it. Yeah. So it's easier to go live, right? Oh, hey. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, it's still daytime here for me. That's probably why. Thanks, Eileen. Your energy's bouncing. I can see it. Boing, boing. And, yeah, I had a little half sandwich before I started, so that's helpful. But yeah, so for you, Virgo, this is saying trust that things are going to happen, but when you have a moment to shift your energy and focus on what lights you up, that's going to make a big difference in having the energy to do what you need to do. Okay. Moon and emotions. That's for friggin' sure. All right. That was for Virgo. Change the energy of the cards here. Now we're into Libra. So Libra, sun, moon, and rising. You know what I think helps with my energy on a live too is I'm standing instead of just sitting, so I can kind of move around. So if you see me, whoa, it's because I'm standing and I'm just wobbling around. All right. Starts with an L. Libra. Sun, moon, and rising for Libra. Full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. Oh, I don't like that. Yeah, okay. I went there because it's like, it reminds me of back when I used to ride a motorcycle, and we would go on group road trips with people for like long weekends and stuff like that. And it was always that last day when we'd all be kind of, having our last big meal together. And then it'd be like, well, back to reality, time for everyone to ride home, and it'd be down in the States somewhere. I'm up in Vancouver area, and we'd go all the way down to Washington, Oregon, and stuff like that. And it was always that kind of that, back to reality. And yet there's good things about reality. I got to go home and see my daughter, because she stayed with grandparents while we were away. So it was something to look forward to, because there's sadness, especially after you travel. You're like, I don't want to go home or back to work. But then there's like looking forward to the things that are in your reality that really bring the balance that you need, right? Let's pull some tarot for Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Perfect. 3 cards. Ace of Pentacles. So this is the reality check, is that are you doing and speaking your plans into existence? Or are you focused more on being too real? There's reality, and then there's reality. Because we also got the Wheel of Fortune. And look at these full moon shapes, right? Wheel of Fortune. What goes around comes around. And sometimes there needs to be some balance in there. And then those of you who are, are tarot readers or tarot enthusiasts like me, notice all of these signs represent all of the fixed, I think, all of the fixed signs of the zodiac, right? So these are the signs that have that stability. And yet that's what helps the wheel move, because it has a structure to it. So it's okay to have that reality check that gives you that framework, but then you're allowing focus on what really, really matters and trust that everything will work out. Everything comes around again. The final one is the 5 of Swords, which is reminding you that sometimes there is conflict. And sometimes when you feel good about something, it's not going to feel good for other people. So you have a choice here to focus on how other people are responding and reacting, but don't do it to the detriment of your own energy. Okay? There you go. That was for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising. We have an energy card, and then we'll move on. Oh boy. Okay. A little alarm going off, and Elliot's going to need his meds soon. I got to hurry. So there's deceit. And interesting, we had that 5 of Swords that I've already shoved back in the deck. There might be the energy of feeling that someone else is, I don't know, not being truthful or not being upfront about something. And you can totally focus on not on that, and instead of your own, what can I do with that energy? So to me, you need to focus more on what you can control and what you can do. But if you know, you got to shut that down. If there's something happening, you got to shut that down and honor your own energy. Okay? So moving on to Scorpio, and don't worry, I've got some leeway in the time of the medication. So I'm glad I put an alarm on, because knowing my little scatterbrain today, Jackie, I have had the pesky retrograde shadow messing with my communications, etc. I think it hits on the 9th. Yeah, the pre-shadow and the post-shadow can sometimes be the strongest, because that's where it's starting to go. Once it's in retrograde, then there's kind of a flow to it. So yeah, I've definitely been feeling it, as you know. So, or not so much me, but little muffin man. Oh, all right. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's go. Let's go. Last quarter moon in Leo. Lighten up, right? And at this time of year, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, it's a lot darker. I guess I already got to put lights on pretty soon. This is definitely reminding you to find a way to see the light and the bright in something. Even if you can't in the situation, obviously, you can shift your focus to what feels good. Because let's be real, we can't always find something good in a horrible situation, but we can think about other things to kind of not let that energy take over. All right, let's pull some tarot. The Hermit. Lightening up sometimes means focusing on, like he's looking down, but he's holding that lantern up. And that lantern is filled with that beautiful star energy that's lighting the way. But maybe you feel stuck. It's like his feet are frozen on the ground here. So when you can lighten up, you warm up, and you warm up, ice melts, and it enables you to move forward again. Let's pull another one. The World. The world is your oyster is what comes to mind. And seeing that, it's like a portal that she's stepping through, and she has 2 wands. So she has that ability to use her talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. And the same thing, as I mentioned before, with that Wheel of Fortune, we've got the 4 fixed signs here, which is about that stability. So are you stable or are you stuck? Okay, I'm going to pull one more. Knight of Wands, because if you feel stuck, this is reminding you to look at the past actions you've taken, because that's going to give you the fuel and the determination to take even more action from here. And as we are getting into Mercury retrograde, this isn't about doing things. This is just, it's all of the things. It's about responding to past things, returning to things that have happened before, or returning to projects you might not have quite finished yet. And this is the energy you can use toward it. So anything from the past, anything that's been kind of in limbo, this is the time to take action on those things. Just don't start anything brand new, if at all possible. Don't put too much energy into all of this stuff. You know, it's for fun and entertainment. Don't take it too seriously that you change your whole life over a tarot card, right? So let's pull an energy card for my Scorps. The Garden and the Gate. Number 30 or number 3. I love it. That's my number. And notice how the gate is closed, but there's no lock on it. Sometimes you need to contain that energy. Maybe that's the gate that Elliot can't wander around too far. But this is reminding you that it's okay to have things gated off, because a gate isn't a fence. A gate opens and closes at will. And this is your opportunity to hold the things you love dearly and kind of keep them special. That's keeping your energy. To me, this is focused on keeping your energy in a place where you can kind of control it a little bit, especially in these times where we can't control a lot of things, but we can control our energy by focusing on the good, by releasing the negative, by choosing the thoughts that make us feel good, right? That's how you can make it happen. All right, that was for Scorpio. Now it's time to move on to Sagittarius. Sag, sun, moon, and rising. This is for me again, and for whoever else needs it. Full moon in Capricorn, take a reality check. This is similar to the other one we had. Or did we literally have this one? It sounds familiar. So for you, Sag, I feel like it is taking a pause. And I know Sagittarius energy can often be, it's fire energy. And he's got his bow and arrow, and he's going to shoot it toward his next target, his next goal. The reality check is maybe to focus on, what can I plan for and do now that's kind of doable? These things that you can check off your to-do list. Let's pull some tarot. Any Sages here? Sun, moon, rising? So we have the 7 of Swords. Yeah, reality check is that, sometimes we can't control how other people think, and we can't let them steal our energy. We can't let them control our thoughts by doing something, and it makes us, think different things. And I really feel like this card does get a bad rap. Sometimes it's not that negative. Look at all the yellow in this card. Yellow is a sign of positivity and light. And he's holding these swords by their tips. So he either doesn't really know how to handle them. He's just taking them out of the way. He's taking those negative thoughts out of the way, and he's leaving the 2 thoughts that are a little more solid, right? And this is really allowing him to diffuse a situation a little bit, right? He's taking away the anguish and the negative stuff, and he's leaving that solid, those thoughts that make a solid foundation. All right. Oh yeah, I knew that, Jackie. Yeah, Sag rising. Yes, we're Sag risers, sisters. Let's pull another one. more swords, Queen of Swords. Because when you do that, when you allow those other thoughts to just go, you are more focused on the future, right? Like she's like that way. She's totally focused on the future. Let's pull one more and see what goes with it. 2 of Cups, which is great because this is showing you that you have both perspectives of it. Both people, like one person's like they're facing each other, you know, and she's able to look over his shoulder. He's able to look over her shoulder. So you've got all the directions covered. You've got all of that energy covered. And I'm really picking up that this is intuition. This is knowing you've got those eyes in the back of your head. Maybe that's what I need for Tarot Papa. He's so cute. His eyes are closed. I wish I could show him to you. He's so cute. He's putting up with me and my shenanigans here on my live. And Eileen, don't forget to have a snack and rest. You have given Tarot Pup his medication. After you've given his medication, lots of love from an Aries. Yay. Yay. Thank you. Thanks for the reminder. See, we need our people to remind us to take care of ourselves sometimes. So that was for Sagittarius. And let's pull an energy card. Takes me halfway through the Zodiac to finally get into a rhythm. I hope I'm not making you seasick by moving so much. Helps me, my energy. I should be on my walking pad. I'm actually glad I have that because clearly we can't go for walks for a while. 3 guesses of which card came out, and the first 2 don't count. This one, again, door to romance. I'm getting real, I mean what I say vibes. Definitely self-care. It feels to me like we might have either situations or interactions with people that might cause us to be all like, we need to find the love within us and be less reactive to the energy around us. All right? That's so, so important. I'm going to bury that back in the deck and it keeps showing up. It's starting to annoy me. We are on to Capricorn now. Where are my caps? Sun, moon, and rising. Full moon in Taurus. This one came up earlier as well. Detoxify. Just a reminder. Eat well. I'm really picking up on that for this now is to nourish your body, because your body will then nourish your mind, your heart, your soul. And I'm seeing that even, you probably don't eat bad. And maybe there's a time where you've got to eat something quick and you're going for the quickest, easiest meal. Put good energy into it. I don't know why it's all nutrition based, but I'm also picking up on when you're eating, be aware of how you're feeling and the thoughts you're thinking. Because if you're eating in a hurry or you're at somewhere at lunch with other people and they're gossiping and stuff, like you're not only ingesting it, you're ingesting it physically. So you're shifting what you're thinking about while you're eating. Maybe it's blessing your food. If you do Reiki, putting the Choku-rei symbol into all your food to really boost up the nutritional value. I feel like that's a message for some of you. Okay. Cappy, yay, Teza, awesome. All right, Cap Sun, yes. I remember you said that. Okay, let's pull some tarot for the Caps. Here we go. Queen of Swords. What you think about, you are the ruler of your thoughts. You rule from that beautiful, receptive, yin, feminine energy. And yet that's just as strong as the masculine. It's just showing up in a different way. And the Page of Pentacles. Look at all that sun energy. That reminder of what that youthful energy feels like, no matter what your age is, that youthful energy. We remember, You know, I see young people these days, and then I kind of look in the mirror and I see what they might see. And I think about when I was younger and I'd see older people, and you just kind of, not disrespectful, but you just kind of discount that, well, they're old now. And yet I know me. Realistically, I still feel like I'm 28 on the inside. So we really have to be willing to bring that youthful energy out. It doesn't matter if anyone else gets it or understands it. Let's pull one more. You've got the Queen and the King of Swords. And then right smack in the middle, you've got the Page of Pentacles. So it's keeping that youthful energy, and it's trusting that you have what it takes to balance the masculine and feminine side of your mental energy. And maybe even seeing how you were in the past or past thoughts you had. It was like, yeah, well, I make my own rules, so I can change my mind and be totally good with it. All right. Mercy, hello. Yes, we'll keep watching because I don't know what your signs are. I'm just finishing up with Capricorn, and then I've got Aquarius and Aries, and then I'm done. But yeah, stick around. There might still be a message here for you. Because like I'm saying, if anyone resonates with this, even though it's not your particular sign, if it resonates, that means it's a message for you. So here we are, the energy card for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Walking away. And it's number 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 is about nearing completion. So when you're ready to shift and change things, see, she's walked out of the yard and past the fence, past the gate, but she's still looking back. And those swords cards that came up, it's not like she's looking back wistfully, maybe, but what I'm picking up is she's looking back to honor what she's done in the past. And we're getting not just full moon energy crazy today, but we're also getting into Mercury retrograde, which is looking back at the past, returning and reviewing the things that have come to pass. The good, the bad, the indifferent, the ugly, the pretty. It's all part of the experience. And trust that even though you might be looking back, when you're ready, turn yourself toward the present and the future and walk toward what you want. It's okay to honor what's happened in the past, but this is a sign, if you needed it, that whatever it is you were wondering about, it is ending, or you can end it by making that decision to walk away. I hope that makes sense. Teza had such a challenging mental collapse today. Oh, okay. Glad it makes sense. Yeah, and just letting it go. I'm glad the day is over for you and you can just relax, and tomorrow is definitely a new day. Nikes are on. I'm ready to move. Yes, I love it. Be the swoosh. All right. Let's move on to Aquarius. So Sun, Moon, or Rising, Aquarius. Here we go. Full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. This is a nice card. Tension isn't always a bad thing. Tension shows you your boundaries, or it'll teach you what your boundaries are if you're not sure. If it's a totally new situation, you might not know what's going to trigger you or bother you. But whatever it is, don't react. This is the time when you breathe that you're focused on the here and now. How is this affecting me? Mind, body, and spirit. And then from there, you'll be able to take any action you need. Let's pull some tarot to go with it. You're welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I hope this is brightening up the end of your day. All right, Aquarius, you have the King of Wands. This is entrepreneurial energy. This is focused on the actions you can take. So any tension that you might be feeling is just giving you the opportunity to know, okay, what can I do with this? I'm an entrepreneurial spirit. You don't have to be an entrepreneur to have entrepreneurial spirit. Don't get me to spell it right now. But this is saying, I can be innovative and discover what actions I can take. What can I do with this? How can I make the most of this through this tension? Oh, another one, 6 of Wands. And it's saying, what have I done in the past that I feel really good about? Even if it's something small, it doesn't have to be a big, huge, hey, I won the Olympics, right? It could be small. You don't have to share it with anyone else. This is your own personal wins. And then, oh, Jan, me. Yeah, but stick around because I don't know what your sun and moon and rising signs are, and there might be a message here for you. I would love for you to stick around if you can. Also helps with watch hours. So thank you. Virgo, of course I'm staying for that. Yes. I can't remember what Virgo was, and Leo. Okay, cool. Yeah, those are good. I will also put some timestamps. So if you wait until I shift that in the description, then you can just kind of jump right to it. But thank you for being here. I appreciate you. So Aquarius, you got the star. So you've got the 2 wands, the King of Wands and the 6 of Wands and the star. You're definitely, whatever the tension is, as I mentioned in the beginning, sometimes tension is a good thing. Because it's going to show you where you can really shine. It's going to show you the path. It's the guiding light. All right, there's ripples to be made, or maybe the ripples are happening. That's the tension. And it might be causing you to not realize that you're spilling elsewhere, but little did you know, there were seeds there, and now they're getting watered, and next thing you know, things start to sprout and grow, and you're like, holy moly, I had no idea this was going to be an opportunity. Wow, I love that message. I'm just picking up speed here. We have one more card for Aquarius with this energy oracle card. Hey, Tanita, thanks for being here. Thanks for saying hi. So this is for Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising energy. What do we have? We have broken heart. That's what the tension was. Broken heart. Doesn't need to be romantic. And it's also the number 9. So moving on. Things are ready to shift and change. This is mending whatever has been happening. And it doesn't need to be love and romance or anything, but it could just be like, oh, something has affected you emotionally. And often when something breaks, when it heals, it's even stronger. Just not Elliot's leg. That's another story. But this is really just trusting that these are the things that help shape our life's experience. We're here on this earth for an adventure. It's going to have its ups and downs, and that's just the way of it. All right? All right. I'd appreciate a message from this full moon energy. Absolutely. Did I say Jamie? I thought I said Janmy, but I'm kind of, I'm going to drink some water. Okay. We're on to the final sign in the zodiac, Pisces. So if you have Pisces in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, let me know on the chat. Okay, that's too many cards, Pisces. I'm going to pull the top one. New moon in Virgo, trust all will be well. And I want to say to anyone here, Tanita, if these aren't your signs, but you resonate with the message, then it's clearly a message you needed to hear. So for my Pisces, sun, moon, and rising, trust all will be well. Maybe you've been concerned or worried about something. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's you wanting to do something you really love, but you're worried that it's not going to be able to work out. Like, you have to trust with a capital T. There's 2 T's, one at the beginning and one at the end. You got to trust those, and the middle is going to work itself out. Okay. I'm going to pull some tarot with that. Or Gemini. Okay. That'll be near the beginning of the replay. I will put timestamps when it allows me to go in and change those or see where they are and add them to the description. Okay, Pisces, 8 of Wands. Everything is going to work out, because when things finally align, you're going to see that, and everything is just going to flow in the right direction, and things are going to start happening quicker. All the good things will start happening a lot quicker. Okay. Well, you can't go watch now because I'm still live. Got to wait till I'm finished. But I appreciate it. Do it. Do it when you do it, and let me know what you think. So there's also the 5 of Cups here for Pisces. And it's saying, trust all that will be well. That, yeah, sometimes bad things happen. Bad things happen to good people. Good things happen to bad people. Like, we're only people. We're not good or bad. It's just the situation we go through. But there's always something to support you later. Okay. Now, some might say, well, there's 3 things that spilled and there's only 2 that are upright. That's not balance. Well, the nourishment is whatever's in these cups. And then you have the strength and courage to go over the bridge into the next great thing that's meant to happen. Let's pull another one. Okay. Yeah. Oh, hey, Linda. Hi. Hey, you were here just on time because that's what I'm working on. Pisces. Perfect. Thanks for being here from Norway. Oh, I want to visit there so much. It's so beautiful in Norway. I love looking at pictures of Norway. All right. You also have the 6 of Cups. And I love that because I was just talking about the 5 of Cups. What's next? You cross that bridge and you're in the 6 of Cups. So they traveled and they're at this house now. Look how close this is one of the only cards in the tarot deck that where the building is so in the foreground or huge in the background. And it's trusting that things that have happened in the past, you have good memories that come up. You have good feelings. This can be seen as the card of sometimes of nostalgia, but it's also about balance and giving of yourself brings more to you. It's very, very balanced. And we're going to pull an energy card as well. Here we go. For Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. Goddess of the moon. Perfect for this full moon energy. Perfect. And it's 52. 5 and 2 is 7. To me, 7 is a magical number. 7 is about choice. So you get to decide, what will you do with this full moon energy that's happening right now? And it does, a couple days after too, that energy is still there as the moon starts to wane a little bit. The energy is still there. It's trusting in the magic of it and doing something that feels like it's a loving ritual for yourself. And that's where you're really going to, align with the actions you take so everything feels right. Everything is flowing the way it's meant to flow. Okay? There you have it. Tanita wanted a message. Anyone else that's here right now, pop in the chat if you want a quick card pull before I go. Linda saying, advice to read 6 of Cups when I'm not have a good memory from childhood. Oh, yeah. It's, I'm sure that there are some memories from childhood that are good. Like, sometimes even if it feels like it's not a real memory, I'm sure we've all had times where something in us felt good. But the Six of Cups isn't always about childhood either. It's about having that childlike energy now. So you might have been denied that in your childhood, and I'm so sorry that that happened. But you can take that energy now because little Linda is still in there. Honor her and nourish her. And of course, you're not going to go and do something that's super childlike, but you can have that childlike energy and just do something off the wall that is like, I've always kind of wanted to do that. And don't let it feel awkward. Just do it. Maybe it's hopping on a swing at the park. You know, who cares what anyone else thinks? This is for you. I hope that makes sense. All right. All right. Let me, thank you, ladies. Let me get to Tanita. Sorry. You wanted a card pull. I'll pull one for you. And then we have Janmi and we have Mercy. Tanita. 3 of Cups. Find your tribe. Who supports you emotionally and intuitively? Be around people who lift you up because you lift them up too. It's not just about them carrying you. I know some people might feel guilty going, yeah, but they're always cheering me up. But you know, some of us get cheered up by helping others feel good. So if we don't reach out emotionally and heart to heart because we feel like we're sending worry to them or we're making them help us all the time, it's like that is part of the reciprocation energy. That's allowing you to let them help. People feel good to help other people. They really do. They really do. And I've been on the reciprocating side of that with the GoFundMe for Elliot's surgery. And, you know, it felt really awkward to ask for help. And it felt amazing just to see all of the assistance from that. And just from people sending energy, like that means so much to me too. It's not just about getting money to help pay for things, but it's the healing, it's the energy, it's the reciprocation. I think that's powerful. That was for you, Tanita. Jenny, let me pull these cards back in the deck. Linda, that's true. Thank you. I think that card is difficult, but it helps. Yeah. And it's when you look at that card, maybe when you see it, you're remembering what the typical meanings are of it. And I invite you to clear that. And then just when you look at the card, what's the first thing you saw in it? And then think, okay, what's something good I can take from that? Because maybe it was the big house in the background of it. And you could be, oh, I noticed that first. What is something good about that? And it could be like, well, I've always dreamed about having that. It's not saying I never had it in the past, but it's like, I've always dreamed about that. And how that made you feel when you were dreaming about these things. Like it's what you focus on. All right. Janmi, here we go. How exciting. You got the devil. I think this is reminding you, well, this is also Capricorn energy, by the way. Not saying that Capricorn is, but because it's just goes along with that zodiac. It's like Scorpio has the death card. But I'm feeling like this is a celebration that you've been overcoming those things that you felt were a bit draining your energy. And you're seeing the things that are having you look at that side of things from a different perspective and go, yeah, I'm overcoming these things, these illusions that I thought were reality. I'm overcoming these things that were tempting me or things that I felt were maybe more of an addiction, when in reality, it was just allowing me to start trusting myself and feel better, have that comfort. So I feel like this was a really good card. I don't think I've ever had that initial reaction to the devil card before. Let me know what you think. You're welcome, Linda. All right, Mercy. Let's pull a card for you. Let's see. Ooh, you get the 6 of Wands. What are you celebrating? Something good is coming. Maybe it feels like maybe you're going to get some recognition in something. And I feel like when it comes, pardon me, let your first response be, yeah, hell yeah, yeah, that's right. Instead of, oh, yeah, that's me. Like, own it. Stand there and own it. Not from a bragging point of view, but from a recognition that you've done what you needed to do. And it's worth it. And you're worth it. There you go. I hope that makes sense. Oh, yeah, you asked me a while ago, I think. Oh, you're very welcome. Good. We all love that positive devil energy, right? All right, Teza. And anyone else that's here that I might have missed, if you want a card pull, let me know. And then I'm going to go because I got to give Tarot Pup his meds. All right, Teza. You have the 4 of Swords. This means maybe, I can't remember if a past conversation, someone was talking about not really being able to meditate or the mind, not being able to quiet your mind. And I feel like, and I've said this before, it's not about quieting your mind and stopping thoughts. It's about singular thinking. So you can really allow the rest to just sit on the wall for a while. I'm taking this one literally because it feels like when you can do that on a regular basis and have that sacred energy of the thoughts you're breathing in and out, this is going to allow you to deal with the everyday life that's going on and the drama and the fun stuff. Even fun stuff, that takes energy. So to be able to just calm the thoughts and allow you to be in a state of mental acceptance is what came to me. I hope that makes sense. Oh, I'm glad it made sense. Good. Okay, Linda's next, then Eileen. Appreciate you so much. Oh, thank you. I'm going to go and be a couch potato for a while after this. Take care of yourself too, Lorraine. Much love and light. Thank you. Yes, definitely. I'm really glad that I can be here with him for sure. All right. So, Linda, here we go. What's the message Linda needs to hear? Ooh, the cards just, they will all want to come out. Okay, you have 2 that came out. You have the Lovers, and you have the 5 of Wands. This isn't about love and romance. Just want to say that off the bat, and I'm just trying to hear what the message that's meant to come. It feels like that there is a bit of a gap. Like you've been trying to get to something, but it just feels like it's just out of reach. I'm really drawn to the space between these two. And to me, this feels like your energy, masculine and feminine. And it might feel like you're focused only on one or the other at a time, which we often are. We're focused on just receiving, or we're focused on give. And to me, it feels like I'm drawn to the mountain in the middle that's trying to reach up and say, just ground your energy and trust in your guides. Trust in the spiritual aspect of your life. Bring that more to the forefront. Give your problems and issues to God. And if you don't do the spirituality thing, give it to the universe. Give it to the angels. They're here to support us. They give us free will, so they only will come when we ask. They're not just going to step in willy-nilly. We have to be willing to extend that invitation to them to ask, to be humble enough to ask for help and to find the balance there, because it feels like the energy has been a little conflictive. Like I see, there are a bunch of different people, but it feels like it's just different parts of you. Like I really feel this is you and your relationship with yourself. And it can be playful. I mean, look what they're wearing. Like this guy's got polka dots. How can you take polka dots seriously? Come on now, right? And there is a lot of balance. We've got a lot of yellow here. I'm drawn to the yellow, which is self-identity. That's your solar plexus. What are you ingesting physically, emotionally, and mentally? Let it be love. Let it be things that light you up from the inside out. Let yourself, blue, throat chakra communication, let yourself communicate in a way that is loving to yourself. The only person that can really be gentle and loving is you first, because then you put that energy out there and it's going to attract more situations, more people that are going to reflect and respond in a loving and gentle way. I hope that was a good message for you. And Eileen, you are next. Let me pop those back in the deck. Feel like I need to march on the spot. My foot's starting to fall asleep from standing here. And I'm going to feel not any guilt at all to sit down after this. I've been standing for an hour and a half straight. Woo, look at me go. 6 of Wands energy. Look at me tooting my own horn. All right, enough about me. What message do we have for Eileen? Hanged Man energy. This is your free pass to chill out. It almost feels like there's going to be a situation where you're like, okay, I got to do this. I want to go. And then it's like you're trying to hurry somewhere and then you got to wait for a train. And then you're kind of like, oh, I got to go. But no, the train is going to keep on being in your way until you get to the point where you're like, okay, some enlightenment in whatever it is. Maybe there's something on your mind and you've been trying to take action on it, but the action isn't the answer. The stopping and the reflecting that's going to give you the perspective you need is going to bring the answer. To me, this feels like inspiration in the shower. When you're in the shower, you're like, and then you're like, oh crap, I don't have a pen and paper to write this down. So if it's meant to be remembered, you'll remember it when the time is right. I hope that makes sense. Oh, my hat. Boop. Absolute sense. My head was spinning with all sorts. Definitely going to embark on some meditation to calm. You said, to calm and focus. I thought I was going to say medication for a second there. Worry and fear are so challenging to overcome when you're in the thick of it. Oh my gosh, absolutely. And that's okay, because we're meant, I think sometimes we're and furry, I was going to say, sometimes worry and fear, it gets our adrenaline going, so then we can take action, like, or stop, so we miss, whatever's trying to come at us. That's the way I look at it. So true. Yes, universe, you're so right. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad that was helpful. You're very welcome. Big cuddles and love to Tarot Pup. Thank you. Oh, wow. So true. Thank you so much. Great. And take care. Love and light. Thank you, everybody. Love and light to everyone here as well. Thank you so much for being here. This would have been like a 5-minute call or recording if I didn't have people to interact with. So without you, there is no channel. And I so appreciate you. And I appreciate those of you who are watching as the replay and those who are going to come back because you figure you missed out on the beginning. And I so appreciate you, each and every one of you. Enjoy this full moon, the full moon crazies. And when something happens and you're like, full moon crazies, and you just laugh it off. And that shifts the energy right there. You said it, love and light. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And I'll be here for Tarot After Dark on Thursday. For some of you, it might be too late because it'll be in my time, 6 p.m. Pacific. But I'm switching it from the Tuesdays just because it's going to align better. So thank you. Thank you. Big hearts to everyone here. Have a super day or night and a super week. And we'll see you next time. Peace.